Hi, I'm Blood Boy from LA, and this is We Found New Music.
We're back on We Found New Music on Dash Radio. Blood Boy's latest single, Hey Kid, is out now, and Lexi from Blood Boy joins us in the studio right now. Welcome.
Thank you so much.
You're finally here. You played our very first Union Station show.
I did. It was very, very fun. Thank you so much for having me.
It was what a treat. And you did promise a wet t-shirt contest mid-set.
That was a little clickbaity on my part.
Did that happen?
No. I was wearing a velvet dress, so that
Okay.
was not really conducive
That
to
was,
the...
yeah. I guess it didn't happen then.
No, next time. You know what? It's
Next time.
My family is so goddamn supportive. They come to every show, and I love them so much for it. But I can't get naked when they're there.
Well,
you know?
Yeah, that is a dilemma. Also, it's a public place, all ages, so
Yeah.
I probably would have got...
There was like a baby in the front row.
Might not be the best situation for that. Regardless, thanks for coming in the studio. You're still hearing the new single, Hey Kid, in the background. You have your first two singles out. How does it feel to have your first two singles out, and what does that mean to you?
It's a big relief
Yeah.
because we spent a long time trying to find the right producers to work with, especially for Human Female. It was a pretty grueling process.
Yeah.
More for me, just in terms of trying to zero in on what I wanted my sound to be.
Mm-hmm.
So when we did finally find Justin and work with him, etc., it took way longer, as it always does, than you ever think. So when we finally released it, I mean, yeah, it's a good feeling. And Hey Kid, we did with Tom Monahan, who is just the most incredible person on the planet.
Really?
Yeah, he's like a father figure to me now. But yeah, that one was near and dear. So I'm very excited to have it out into the universe.
That's awesome. So, Hey Kid, what is it about, and what are you writing about?
It is about a person very close to me, who must not be named.
We'll just call him Kid. Hey Kid.
Yeah, okay. Who was pretty heavy into some bad shit, and I am a fixer by nature, and I wanted so badly to be able to help this person, but ultimately I had to kind of come to the realization that I wasn't gonna be the person to fix them. And so yeah, that's the line. I mean, I love you, but you're so fucked. I hope you get it together.
I can understand that.
It's a rough one, but I don't know. I think it's a fairly universal thing. We all know people who have struggled with that, unfortunately.
Absolutely. But hey, that's life. So that's the new single, Hey Kid, and that's out now. Is this leading up to an EP release?
It is, yeah.
Cool.
We're actually releasing a single in, I think, 2 weeks, September 7th.
Awesome.
And then the EP later in September, which is a 6-song EP.
Cool. So, I mean, I know you were originally in another band, first band, and tell me about how that shaped this project and what the sound is of Blood Boy and how it has evolved.
Ooh, the worst question of all time. So the old band that I was in was like a post-punk sort of, we tagged ourselves as post-punk. I actually don't know how accurate that is, though.
It's hard to fit between genres sometimes. So.
I know. That was, who fucking knows? But I was working with my friend King Henry, and we had kind of hit a creative roadblock where we were like, I don't really know if this is what either of us want this to sound like. Mm-hmm. And he was probably avoiding me. He wasn't answering my phone calls. So I started perusing Craigslist one day, and I found a posting for a band that their influences were like, what was it? Foals and Yeah Yeahs and a bunch of really awesome bands. And I was like, oh my God, maybe I could do that. So I reached out to them and sent them this cover that I had done, and they really liked it. So they asked me to come in and just do like a trial rehearsal. And by the end of the rehearsal, they were like, "All right, you're in the band, so bring money for rent next time." And it ended up, it was me, and there were no keys. It was like pretty straight rock, like pretty a much heavier sound than the one that I'm currently in.
Sure.
And a little less refined, probably a lot more like shrieking noises, and, a little more erratic, I guess. But ultimately, we decided to focus on other projects, and I was fortunate enough to snag the bass player, my friend Zach, and recruit him to come be a part of this project. And he is definitely, he's taught me a lot. He's a walking encyclopedia. He knows absolutely every fucking album, like ever, who produced it, who played guitar on it. So he's been a wealth of knowledge in terms of exposing me to other types of music. And yeah, I mean, I actually attribute a lot of the sound of this project to some of the music that he's exposed me to.
Nice.
And in regards to your question, what the sound is, I always say pop when people ask me, and people are like, "No, you're not really, though." So I don't know. I would like to think that I am writing, melodic music, and I like a little bit rougher. I hate to use that term. It's just beaten into the ground, but it's I don't know. I mean, it's not so polished, quote unquote.
Sure.
As some of like top 40 stuff, and I like it that way because I like there to be a human element, and that's something that always appealed to me with like the early punk movement in the late 70s. Those the like coming out of the UK, some of the early punk bands, that was always like my favorite thing in the world. Just this unrestrained like.
Sure.
But bands like The Clash, who were still writing incredible melodies and arrangements, and their lyrics were so, Joe Strummer was an incredible lyricist. So that's really what I'm trying to do, is just have this sort of on the edge of like, you kind of don't know if I'm going to lose my shit, but also, I don't know, trying to say something interesting. And so.
That's what's really drew me to your sound is I think that it fits on rock radio, it fits on pop radio at the same time. And, we're kind of a pop show, but not too shiny, like, alternative pop.
Right.
It's, fits in that alternative.
Alternative.
It's alternative.
Pop, yeah.
But we all enjoy different kinds. I'll listen to top 40 sometimes, or I'll listen to alternative radio. So kind of, I can see you're pulling from a lot of different areas.
I try to. I really try to.
You seem to have a lot of interests, like music wise. A lot. You're reaching from different areas.
Kind of all over the place.
Yeah. And you grew up in Orange County?
I did. The southernmost city in Orange County, San Clemente.
Okay.
So, a little beach town.
Okay, cool. And so you surf also?
I do. Well, I actually don't anymore, but it was a big, big part of my life for a long time. I was on the U.S. surf team actually, and I got to do a lot of traveling and competing around the world for that, which was incredible. But I ultimately decided this was what I wanted to do instead. So.
Cool. Well, now here you are in music, and we're very excited.
Thank you.
From surfing to music. I'm sure it's a very different world, right?
It's funny. It's not that different though, because I've never toured before, and people are like, "Oh my God, you're gonna be eating donuts out of the gas station, blah blah blah, for months, and you're gonna be in a van with smelly boys." And I'm like, I have been in many a van with many a smelly boy when I was in the surf world. That was like all we did.
That's amazing. Cool. Well, we're very excited about your sound.
Thank you so much.
and we're embracing it completely. And you just played a sold out. Let's try that again. You played a packed house at Echo Park Rising on Saturday or on Friday. It was very impressive.
Oh, thank you so much. It was truly the most fun. It was, I had such a great time.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming.
And I
to
believe
that.
there's a mosh pit that started during that set.
There was. I finally incited a mosh pit. It was my lifelong dream realized. And it was a bunch of hot girls, which is so tight.
Right. Amazing. And we're very excited about the live show, and we're going to keep following you. And
you
the
so
EP is
much.
coming out soon.
It is. Yep.
Cool. All right. Well, so Human Female and Hey Kid are out now, the 2 singles. We'll look forward to an EP on the way. Blood Boy on We Found New Music. Thanks again.
Thank you.